Hello. Oh, welcome back. Another Tuesday night here at IR Addict Game. We're back with what might be the final episode of the House of Fire. If not, it'll be really close.
Feeling like it.
Yeah.
It's definitely seeming like we're getting in that vicinity anyway.
We are deep into chapter 8, the final chapter. The final door. We have we're in a quest to get the 3 keys from the 3 men who have wronged Morgana. We've gotten Mel's key. We've repaired, or at least temporarily fixed, the relationship between Mel and his sister Nellie. Hopefully putting his soul at ease. I know that for certain. The night's episode, we got invited to an impromptu dinner with the Swordsman, who grilled us about our relationship with Mel. He's very suspicious of us.
Or just like overly intense. He might just
be really intense.
Default stance.
Could be.
But it seems like he knows that something's.
Yeah. We went back to our bedroom to take a nap, to go to sleep, only to see someone try to climb in through the window, and that's when Maria shows up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We chase her down. We find out that the nun is actually Pauline, even though she's like, well, my name used to be Pauline, but I don't go by that now because I'm a nun. So when you asked me earlier, am I Pauline? Of course I said no, because I'm not Pauline, except I was Pauline.
You see,
yeah.
It's Maria. Yeah, hey, whatever, I guess.
But we've found out that Maria and Pauline, aka Marie, there's some kind of connection between them. So a person from story 2 and story 3 in this timeline.
I think Maria is Pauline and Marie is not. I could be wrong. Maybe you're right.
Maria is the prostitute. Pauline is the nun Marie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm wrong. Yeah.
But also, they know each other. So the Pauline from story 2 and the Maria from story 3 actually knew each other in the actual real life story of these men, which was unexpected. Yeah, let's see how this goes. We're about to head. We're about to head to Pauline's house.
Yeah.
With
I'm
Pauline,
sure this won't be.
And Maria, and Nellie, and Giselle, and us.
I do not like that you include Nellie. That upsets me.
Oh, she lives.
I don't know how old she is, but
I think she's like 12. It's still not good.
Ugh.
Here we go.
Ugh. Oh no.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
You and me both.
Giselle's right, though. Give you a good chance to get some new information.
Ah!
Fucking Giselle. What is it?
I just remembered.
Something vital?
She called me a creep. In the third door, she kept calling me a creep. She sucks. It just occurred to me now that she was talking about me like that behind my back. I can't believe she would do that.
Let it slide for now. Something she does in the future, after all.
I'm not a creep, am I?
You're a weirdo.
You're in my head at the moment.
Well, considering what you were like at the time, I can't really blame her for thinking that.
I wish I could erase that phase of my life entirely. Even I get shivers thinking that made me.
I honestly don't think I had myself.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Please do. Maid outfit, though. Quite all right. Here we go.
Before you can bring that up, I think.
Oh, hello, dearest Michelle. What brings you here so late? Did you come to see me?
Who's the pipsqueak? I'm remembering right. She lives here. I took her in.
Oh, it's a strange lady. Wearing almost nothing. Are you not cold in that?
Well, right. No, you don't make it this business. Make it in this business worrying about the cold.
What kind of work do you do? Your clothes are really pretty colors, like something a princess would wear.
In a way, I'm kind of like a princess. Wicked princess who goes around Maria, she does not need to hear that. Oh, what's the fuss? I'm just giving her a glimpse of the real world. And you think now is the time for that?
This is an odd thing.
So, what's this, dearest Michelle, about? You two, a thing or something? Seems a bit young for you.
No, that's what she calls me.
That's what I call my brothers. He's my number 2 brother, but we're not related. My real brother's back at the church. He's got the same color hair as me, and we look a little alike.
Oh, really? Must be a pretty good-looking fella if he's related to you.
Of course he is. I wouldn't let him be my brother if he didn't look good.
I don't understand how that works.
That's quite the assertion, Ellie.
It's so lively in here.
I'm
Oh, I bet you're stiff as a board out there.
Giselle.
Don't wink while you're saying that.
Also, she knows about Michelle. That's a fucked up thing to say to begin.
I don't think that's what she means. We're just
I know.
gutter thinking. Deviants. That's the problem. Relax, deep breaths. She just means he's being awkward.
Right. Yeah.
Rigid.
The impossible.
All right. Well, sit down. Make yourselves comfortable, everyone. I'll go make some tea and something to snack on while I'm in there.
It's a girls' night in. This'll be fun. Why is Michelle here, though?
Oh, sorry.
I have no idea how much.
You came here. Oh, that's not important. But you know what is? 3 girls. Jesus Christ. 3 girls, 1 guy. That's gotta be rough. Actually, make that 4 girls.
Huh? Why would that be rough?
Tell me, you've got 3 girls in 1 room. What do you think they're gonna be talking about?
Love! Romance!
And there he sits, all alone in a pink cloud of girl talk.
That sounds uncomfortable.
And we get to watch him twist and squirm.
That sounds like fun.
God damn it. Nelly.
I think I am their plaything.
You were almost there.
Didn't just send you smiling too.
Oh, no. No, not at all. I was just thinking I feel kind of bad for you.
Don't I believe?
Because it's an outright lie.
Time for this. Morgana's still locked up in that tower, even if...
I get where you're coming from, but I don't think this will turn out to be a waste of time. All 3 of them have ties to the men with the keys. We could very well learn something from their conversation that could lead to a breakthrough. You Machiavellian son of a gun. Let's go. So I say we participate. See where it goes. It's the worst. What's this? Already friends, you two?
Yep, I like this new lady a lot.
She's a sweet little girl. What's not to love? You know, that makes me that kind of makes me jealous. Took you a long time to warm up to me, Nelly.
What? No, I didn't. I just don't think...
I don't know. Felt to me like you were keeping your distance.
Well, you know, it's not easy to work up the courage to talk to a real life saint.
Oh, Ellie, you know it's not that big a deal. I'm not even a real saint. It's a canonization's a real complicated process. So what's the conversation?
Love, romance.
How about your taste in guys? Oh.
Do you have anyone? A crush? Special someone? You do, don't you?
I am a servant of God the Father. So no, I do not have anyone.
Oh, come on. We won't tell. Promise. Forbidden love. So romantic. So exciting.
No, I think you should go first, Nellie.
I like princely boys. My brother is the closest thing to my ideal. Oh, and I mean my real brother.
Don't say.
And you, Maria? What kind of guys do you like?
I like me a nice subservient man. Someone who knows I'm in charge.
Strong suit, huh?
Why not someone you can always count on, or encouraging and supportive, or sweet and kind? Someone like that would be...
Guys like that only like you little tween girls fights.
Queen?
No, don't like that. Don't like that. Things get a little more complicated as you get older. Life stops being quite so simple. So you start wanting to find someone who'll make the daily load of shit even a little bit easier to swallow.
Really? I'm not sure I want to grow up anymore.
Though I guess that's partly a result of who I am, so who knows, maybe you'll have it a little better.
I hope so. Okay, now it's your turn, Sister Marie.
Me? I suppose I could tell you who my favorite angels are.
No, it has to be somebody real.
Ooh.
You have to have someone.
Get yourself burned at the stake like that. You gotta be careful. I already told you. There's someone else who hasn't gone yet. I can go after that, can I? Bro. You know, that's not a half bad idea.
Agreed. I want to know too.
No dodgy answers either.
What?
It's like looking around the room. Like,
What kind of girl do you like, Michelle? You.
oh shit, and she's there too. That's the worst. It's a great, like, awkward light. See, like, there's such great light novel, like,
Yeah.
anime drama in here. I want to like it. I really do. Like, some of this, very nice.
Not supposed to bring me into this conversation.
Lighten up, loosen up, let us have it.
It's very complicated. Personal matter.
And how about we make it simple? Turn it into a choice.
Voice?
Of the three of us, who ticks the most boxes on your complicated tastes? Awkward. Don't think too hard about it. Just pick one. Me? The teensy tiny one. You, or the nun? Who'll it be?
A whore, a nun, and a teenage girl walk into a bar. What on earth have I gotten myself into? The way they're staring at me, I'm not getting out of this.
Just, you know, Maria, safe bet. Come on, man. Oh shit! I already have.
I already have someone.
Yeah. All right. I didn't even. That's of course the correct answer. Duh. I'm an idiot. What, really? Psh, that's no fun. You can still tell us what lights your fire, at least, even if you've already got someone. Always the fourth option. Of course. Loving someone is a beautiful thing. I'll pray for God to grant you both his blessing.
What's she like, though? I want to know. Tell us about her.
What's she like? She's always smiling. Very cheerful, energetic person. Opposite of me in many ways.
Is she staying at the mansion with you?
No. You're alone.
Not feel the same way about you?
Requited love, is it, you poor thing? Won't be cheap, but I'll keep you company for the night if you want.
Loves me too.
And why ain't she here? You're a couple. You're supposed to stay together. You leave her behind when you left?
Circumstances prevent us from seeing each
Like the lack of mirror.
I can always feel her there, though, by my side. But I can't see her.
What circumstances?
Now, Nelly, don't be prying. It's a personal matter, and I'm sure isn't easy for her.
Will you ever be able to see her again?
Because when I see her next, flesh, I need to take her by the hands, look her in the eyes, tell her something.
Michelle?
Is she somewhere really far away? Or is there something else getting in your way?
Women are fickle creatures, though. You may think she'll always love you, but you spend enough time apart, and who knows how those feelings might change.
Think that, but feeling
I
if
mean,
she spent
yeah.
hundreds of years apart from me, she would.
You wouldn't, yeah, like, and I get it, it's a reasonable concern. We're not as bullheaded as you guys tend to be. While you're here, away from her, she could find someone else she likes.
I doubt that.
Somehow. Or maybe she already has. I would never.
Her feelings will
You
never
literally
change.
did not ever. It's cool, Giselle. You don't have to prove yourself.
Yeah, you've already.
People don't know.
You've already
Like-
justified yourself to me.
Yeah, you're good. You're cool.
You are ride or die.
Don't- Yeah,
Literally.
like I will cut you, sure, but like I would never. Like you don't know me. Like,
She has spent more time waiting for me than you can possibly imagine. Though there were times she lost sight of what she was waiting for. Deep down in her heart, she forgot about me. I know that for a fact.
Duh. I don't buy that sickly sweet her love is eternal crap one damn bit. It's short-sighted, ignorant. People change, their feelings change. It's the ones you think you care about the most who will inevitably stab you in the back one day. Kind of looking over at Pauline there. Sure, there's nothing to read into there. That's what people do. You've just never had the pleasure. But one day you will. You'll taste the bitterness of betrayal.
But in your life, you more than yourself.
Not a one. Get God.
But someday, if you ever find someone who means that much to you, I think you'll come. That it is possible, even if they do sometimes.
You're telling this to her. Already has me out.
I don't think that's true. Anyone can find someone, no matter who they are, even if you are a dirty whore.
I don't know, man. That's yes, absolutely, 100%. You can't chill on that though.
Doesn't matter how old you are or what kind of work you do. If you're a noble or a peasant.
Oh, come on. You're making it sound like I'm the bad guy here. In this case, she might actually be more mature than you, Maria. Oh, shove it.
Now that Michelle's answered, it's your turn.
What? Oh, god damn it. Get there. Probably won't, actually. It's going to continue to be a thing, trying to switch between. I don't know why this switch is so much harder than some of the other ones. It's always weird going between the hard, or like the more involved accents. But well, what? Do I really have to?
You do. Everyone else has answered.
I think it's a cadence switch. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have anyone. Oh, don't forget about the tea I made. It's gonna get cold. Anyway, I'm more interested in catching up with you, Maria, than talking about boys. What happened after you left? Alright, sure. We can talk about that.
Orphanage.
Oh, that's like the water dunk scene. Yep. Neither of us had parents or family, so we were raised in an orphanage.
Or Polly had a family. Seemed to be quite well off.
So you grew up together then? Sister Marie's never told me about her childhood before.
I don't like to talk about the past. Not the best of memories, after all. I'd say we're both lucky we made it this far in life. You still keep in touch with that shit heap of a director?
I like that word.
Yeah, solid. Nah, don't talk about him like that. He's not a bad person. Yeah, I know. In your mind, everyone's not a bad person. He isn't, really. But yeah, he stops by occasionally to check in. He's the one who sent me on the path to becoming a nun. He always was fond of you. Perfect little angel you were. I doubt he liked me more than anyone else. Compared to you, I was a damned gremlin.
You were a naughty girl, weren't you, Maria?
My dirty mind. She's not doing it. That's
I mean-
see, that's yeah, okay. Maria gets it. She's on board. The naughtiest girl around. I'd throw wait, okay. No, like legit. I'd throw rocks at walls, making all these little holes, and one time
I like Maria.
yeah. I even filled the director's shoes with dog shit.
That
Excellent.
wouldn't make any.
Grade A prank. Wasn't always a little twat, you mind you. Director either loved you or hated you. There was no middle ground. And if he didn't like you, life was hell. He'd make you go without supper or force you to sleep outside, shit like that.
That's awful.
I had no idea he was doing that to you. You could have said something. Like that would have made a difference. You adored that damn director. You never would have believed me over him. Once you put your trust in someone, you refuse to believe they could be anything less than perfect.
I wonder if that's like a hint to Swordsman.
Actually, it does make some sense. That's kind of consistent. Like all the stuff that he was doing was like overseas in the other door. Yeah, okay. Completely blinded by faith. She did go in looking for him across all sorts of, yeah. I don't. You do. The only reason you're willing to believe me now is because it's been so long, and because there are other people here. This would probably be a good time to step in, Michelle. Change the subject or something? I kind of feel bad for her.
So, how long were
Sports.
you two together?
Until we were around 10, I think. I'm sure that their splitting won't be a negative story at all. Does that sound about right? Sounds about right, yeah. I got fed up with everything and ran off. Ended up in a brothel. Yikes. Jesus. Been all ever since. It's been what, 10 years now? Practically a veteran. I do think that 10 years of anything makes you a vet. Yeah, you're an artist.
You like life at the brothel better than the orphanage, Maria?
Between the two, I'd take the brothel any day. There, I've got friends and colleagues. Although, I did lose a whole bunch of them 4 years ago.
Years ago.
I remember hearing word of a brothel raided by bandits around that time. Uh-huh. Yeah. So she was one of the... Must have been one of the people there.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Was that where you work, Maria? Yep. And what a nightmare that was. I mean, why the hell would you raid a whorehouse?
Think of a couple reasons.
I mean, money, probably. I mean, other than, I guess, probably the more obvious. Why not go after some noble's estate, or the damn lord, for that matter?
Brothel ended years ago.
What's the matter? Trying to make those forehead wrinkles permanent?
I don't have forehead ring.
Shut up.
No, I shouldn't be surprised when I'm...
Oh? Just were you like asleep?
Well, years ago would make Morgana 12. Where was she then?
Ah.
I have a question for you. Is there a girl by the name of Morgana at that...
You know, well, Morgana.
Vision was right.
Yeah, Morgana was there. Me and the other girls looked after her together. But after the bandits razed the place, I never saw her again. What travesty that was. It was chaos. Only a handful of us even survived. I figured she'd either been killed off or sold somewhere. Whoops, I can read it this way. But if you know her, that means she's alive, right? That's great to hear. I've been worried about her ever since.
Yo, Morgana's the Saintess's name, isn't it? That's what you told me.
Saintess?
Right, Nelly. That is indeed the name of the person who performed your miracle.
And she's locked up in the tower now.
Locked up? You told Nelly all that nonsense too, Michelle?
It's not nonsense. Mel told me everything. It's all true. He feels terrible about what he's done, but he can't set her free by himself.
Now you too.
We need the other 2 keys. The Lord has one and his bodyguard has another. After learning the truth, I knew I had to tell you, but I was too afraid you wouldn't believe me. And if you didn't believe me, something bad might happen to Mel.
Not good to tell lies, Nelly.
Is hold fast, isn't she?
Same goes for your brother as well.
What?
The Lord stores his valuables in that tower. That's why it's locked up, and he can't get in. Or are all 3 of you after his wealth?
And at this point, Pauline, you gotta kind of...
Of course not.
You, Michelle, you need to stop planting these strange suspicions in. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. You haven't changed one bit.
Maria for the backup for the win.
Right? And just like, Jesus, here we go. You won't even give someone the time of day if they're saying anything that contradicts someone you've decided you trust. And the watchtower, was it? Can you not bust the door down? I'm still lost as hell here. But the long and short of it is that Morgana might be in that tower.
He is, yes.
Okay, well, simple problem, simple solution. Let's fucking handle it. Yeah, let's go.
It might be possible to break the door down with a dozen or so people to help, but that's infeasible. Besides, opening the door isn't our objective.
So we need to get the other keys. Alright. It's not true. He'd never do that to someone. People think he's scary and mean, but they're wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, he's a sweet, respectable man. He'd never lock up an innocent girl, even though everyone else is saying he would. If I don't believe in him, then who will?
So you are more. You really have that much faith in his goodness. Tell us that after seeing what he's done. Pauline.
Assuming, hypothetically, there really is someone in that tower, there's nothing I could do about it. I'm a nun. I have no real authority here. I'm just a pretty face.
Unless he started this. If you tell him to stop, he might actually listen.
Please, Sister Marie, help us set the saints free.
Your ability to trust someone so completely is actually pretty amazing. But if you let it turn into blind faith, it'll come back to bite you in the ass. Could I please ask the two of you to leave? An old friend of mine might be held prisoner right now. And do you expect me to just scamper off home? Go.
Innocent. I think her faith isn't.
Yeah.
You are a woman who is capable of making decisions for. No, you are. Yes, you placed your complete faith in one man, but that hasn't stopped you from considering what you. You were never short-sighted.
We only met yesterday. What could you possibly know about me?
You know.
Give me some time. Until tomorrow. Time to think about what to do.
Wish. And what's productive?
Okay, that could have been worse. So, is all that really true?
This.
How do you know any of that, though?
Use the letter again.
I'm a time traveler. Forget it. It's not. That's
Man,
not.
this
important.
Maria is so much cooler than the other Maria.
Dude, what happened? I mean, she got screwed, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know. Yeah, meh. The pipsqueak ain't the one to go throwing around accusations like that for shits. Point is, I'll take your word for it. And if we get the door open and it turns out there's no one there, no harm done.
Harm no foul. We just open the door.
Right? What's that even matter?
So you believe me? Oh.
What's that?
Fucking based Marie.
Frustrating part. Winning over a whore isn't going to get you very far toward fixing anything.
Not true. knowing you believe.
If you say so.
Ask you something. Did come here in search of the Lord. Has the third key, without which gut tells me you're the one who's gonna.
Why would you think that?
Because you have a very strong connection. You may think I sound crazy, but your souls are inextricably bound together.
Souls, don't even joke.
Wait,
Okay, you got me. I'm done lying. You're right, I came here looking for the Lord. There's rumors going around that he's been seen coming in and out of the church here. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to cave his fucking skull in.
you. Well, hold on, you what?
Remember the whole point of her affiliation with Jacopo? Like, no, it's to murk his ass.
Yeah.
She like bided her time for like years. Come on. What you gonna do about it? Call the guards on me?
No, I won't. But tell me,
Go ham.
why do you want to kill him?
Why? What? Are you not from around here? Well, you should know he's one hell of an aggressive ruler. I won't deny he's done wonders for the economy. City's a great place to be, if you're a merchant.
Billionaire.
Taxes are lower than anywhere else, and all you need is enough money, and you can buy citizenship. Imagine such a world. Wild. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
But for the people who've lived here our whole lives, the poor, the peasants, those who need the most help, it's only getting harder to stay afloat. Their gap's getting bigger by the day. While the main streets looking lavish and lively, people are literally starving to death on the back streets. He tore down this vineyard that's been around for generations to make rooms for more shops. And sure, you can import some damn fine wine from some other city. But where does that leave everyone who can't afford it?
Reminds me. Third door he ran. Business. Profit. Different business. Oh.
Especially those who came in from other cities get treated like kings, but the Lord still has plenty of enemies.
See. So you're someone who doesn't think highly of him.
Pretty much.
What would killing one man accomplish, though?
Probably. Make me feel bad. There it is.
I mean, yeah. You said it already.
Yeah.
Do you not actually know the Lord in person, then?
We've met him before, so I know who to look for. But that's about it. There's none of this, what do you call it, inextricably linked souls crap. Oh, fucking thank you.
Probably my favorite character so far.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
It says she met him. Morgana mentions prostitutes at Lord's Manor when she was taken there. You've been one of them, then.
Changing the subject a bit, there's something I wanted to ask you about Pauline. Frankly, her being a nun, it doesn't make a damn lick of sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't what she wanted with her life. When we were kids, at the orphanage, she wasn't exactly this pillar of faith. We said grace before meals, but only because those were the rules. No ceremony, nothing more to it.
It appears Out to me.
Thinking something had to have made her that way. Forced her into that role. The girl I knew was pretty unexceptional. Rude. Had a head in the clouds, though, so we never really got along. But she was always talking about how when she left the orphanage, she'd find the perfect man, fall in love, get married. You could practically see the hearts in her eyes. They'd buy a comfortable house, have a few kids, maybe get a dog. It'd be a happy family, light, warm, peaceful. And every time she told me this, I snort and tell her she needed to get herself a more original drink, at which point she'd start crying and calling me mean.
Impressively jaded 10-year-old girl.
Orphanage. She was a girl in love with love. And now she's a bloody nun. I guess it kind of makes sense as an extension of her unwavering trust shtick. But I mean, come on. Surely she could have chosen someone better to put that trust in. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, as unreceptive as she was back there, she wasn't doing it maliciously. Not that I have any right to defend her after all the shit I gave her about it.
No. Making it very hard to.
Don't think too hard about it. Just sticking up for an old acquaintance. Drama bonds. Anyway, I think I'll head back. As concerned as I am about Morgana, there ain't much I can do. Gods aren't going to believe the ramblings of Jesus, some whore. Especially not when she's making accusations about the damn Lord. That part's going to be the real bitch, I figure. If there's anything I can do, let me know. You can find me at the brothel in town. Well, I'm off.
Ah.
Hmm?
Late. I was safe. Wandering around. You?
Don't worry, this is my home turf. And besides, if someone did attack, I'm pretty sure I could outrun you. And overpower you at that.
Right. But you're certain? Very well.
Yeah. I appreciate the thought. See ya.
Hold on a second.
Something else you needed?
Would like, if you could, for you to tell me about anything you can, no matter how significant it may be. I want to know what kind of life she had there.
How's tomorrow sound?
Oh,
Right. I'll sneak into the courtyard tomorrow night. Meet me there, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
although.
No real reason. Just need a little time to sort things through. See you tomorrow night. Stay warm. Stay warm.
Not even a word in. Also, I feel like I'm dressed much warmer than her. Much time. Oh.
What? Oh, hello. What is it?
Why? I was getting concerned. No, you're still.
I guess I sort of dozed off for a bit. I'm fine though. No need to worry. I think we should head back too. We've done about everything we can today.
Running into Maria was a great stroke of luck. Thanks to her, we now have confirmation that the nun is indeed Pauline. We've potentially convinced Pauline to try and talk to the swordsman.
Depending on how things pan out tomorrow, we could be getting very close to accomplishing our goal. I'm sure it'll be smooth sailing, just like with Mal.
Hope so. Yeah, if we had chose to go with her, the swordsman would have killed us.
Ah. Huh. So, before you go to sleep, do you want to talk for a bit?
Of course. I'm about to ask you the same thing.
That's what you say, but on the inside, you actually enjoy being surrounded by girls more than talking to me, don't you?
Are we really going to be playing? You seem to be teasing me.
Well, duh. I'm just kidding.
Truthfully, I don't think I ever wished you were here to say. And then, such irritation.
Put 3 women in a room and it'll get like that. Yeah, it can be overstimulating.
Could not have been more out of me.
I don't know. You seem to fit in pretty well to me.
I think so.
You made for a great plaything.
Oh, yes, I'm quite good at that, aren't I?
Not cool.
I will say, was one thing about the whole affair that's
Oh, what would that be?
not expect I would be able to have such a normal social interaction. Not because I'm awkward or conversationalist. Most of my life, I was first, regular. And you were the only one who didn't treat me. See what I saw as normal. Such being able to participate in a social gathering, very exotic sensation. Feels possible.
You are normal, Michelle. An ordinary man.
This is what I always finally attained death. Lamenting the details make me ungrateful. Glad to have the experience stuff.
Glad to hear it. So,
Hmm?
you know, I've been talking about how much I want to save Morgana, and that hasn't changed. Neither is my desire to change anyone's future, everyone's future. But if you want to leave this place, to go somewhere far away and have a life of your own, you have my full support. You got everything you ever wanted. You have the right to choose to stay here, to live in this time.
Some of it. Not gonna leave you trapped in that darkness. Not make sense. Regardless, there's no point in me choosing life without
In here waiting.
long. I really think Morgana and I have in common. One, the daughter of God, one, a demon child. We were both forced into inhuman roles, living lives of solitude away from us, including lives. The big difference between me and her is that I had you. If you hadn't been there at the end of mortal life, perhaps I too would have grown to despise those who put me through misery, curse their very souls. She had no one, not a single person to be there for her in her final days.
What she told us though, life wasn't all sorrow and misery.
I mean, it was like 80% sorrow and misery.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. She did eventually come to find happiness in her time at the brothel for 6 months.
In fact, that was where it's joy.
At the age of like 10.
Yeah. All I know, there were a number of girls there. Maria was one of them she was particularly close with. Perhaps her being there could have a positive effect on Morgana, because Maria is based.
Real shit. We'll have to see what she says tomorrow night.
We will. Our time limit is noon the next. So we'll need to have everything necessary then. It will take for her.
I'm not worried one bit.
Makes one of us.
I have complete confidence in you, Michelle.
I am somewhat worried.
What's there to worry about? Literally everything. Here, I'll shout out. You can do it 100 times.
Please don't. Planning to cheer me to death?
I just want every last bit of you to know I'm rooting for you.
I assure you, you've made that abundantly clear.
Hey, there was something I wanted to tell you, if that's all right.
Ed, we're talking.
You're in my head. When I learned about your past and about your body, it came as a big shock to me. That said, I'm confident you know that my feelings for you haven't changed one bit. But what I want you to know is that even if I had found out back then, instead of having waited hundreds of years for you to return, my feelings still would not have changed. If you had told me while we were still alive, I would have still accepted you. No, of course, I know it's not something you could have come out with so easily, especially considering everything you went through because of it. We only lived together a little over a year, and we were only partners for a month. So I understand how difficult it would have been to think I wouldn't push you away. But I'm not sure you grasped just how much I loved you, even then. My wounds ran rather deeper than even I knew. And them fully healing was simply not possible. Anyone else's touch, anyone else's warmth, my heart and body would have rejected. I sincerely wish I had expressed that to you more clearly. That it had to be you. That I needed you.
Time that I could start have a normal life together, or fooled myself. But I could never rid myself of the guilt and the shame, and how it was impossible for me to give that to you. I would imagine our future together. You smiling with our children in your arms, holding them, teaching them, and then I would remember that I am incapable of giving you the even engaging in prerequisite acts. The more I wish for your happiness. To apologize for not saying anything. So we have established there are orphanages at this time, so maybe.
I don't think that's really what they're for.
I know.
You
Yeah.
don't like adopt kids out
Yeah.
of an orphanage. You like drop them off. at
Right.
one.
Yeah.
You cared far more about. Wait. You carried far. Yeah, I was like cared more about. Wait, that doesn't seem like the right line. I swear I can read though. You carried far more weight than any one person should ever have to carry alone. But you don't have to do that anymore. For one, I'll support you no matter what. And this time, you're normal to everyone, not only me. You have allies. You don't have to take everything on yourself anymore. I love you, Michelle. I do. I absolutely adore you.
What? Where's this coming from?
I wanted to say it, so I did. Is that a problem?
No problem.
You're blushing, aren't you? Your cheeks are as red as tomatoes. I wish I could see you now.
I'm going to open the window.
Why? It's night. It's gonna be cold.
Exactly. I need to cool down.
What are you eyeing at?
The spring snow. Gorgeous. Hardly a cloud when I was.
Are you worried Maria might catch something out in this weather?
He's in bed by now. Spring before. Maybe wasn't paying it. Dark wall.
Maybe.
Have you
Have I
seen a springtime snow before?
3 or 4 times, perhaps? So, not very often, no. Would it have been better if I hadn't?
No, that's not saying. Thought it would be nice if it was time for both of us.
You sound like a little kid.
Childish.
Yes. That's
No, I don't mind either way. So glad my first time seeing it alone. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Little specks of white drifting darkness.
Yes, I can see it. It's beautiful. I'm happy I could see this with you too. You don't want the wind to cool you off too much now. I think it's time for you to warm back up.
Sorry. So engrossed by the sight.
Maybe it'll stick to you and you can see it again tomorrow. It'll stick, whatever. Damn it. The grounds would be lovely covered in snow. But for now, you should get some sleep.
Suppose.
You already passed out once today. You need to make sure you're well rested.
Depending on your help again tomorrow. Success or failure to how tomorrow goes.
That it does. Let's make it count.
Night, Giselle.
Night, Michelle.
Something's going on with her. What?
I think she's like losing it into the darkness or something.
Oh.
That's my pet theory. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or she knows it's not going to happen.
One day.
I don't know. Seems like.
Huh? Head. Feels like someone drove a spike through it.
I bet somebody tried to.
Oh, what's going on? Right? In the cellar? What? Hands are tied up behind my back. What am I doing down here? Wait,
Gotta guess.
Giselle. Oh. Say something, Giselle. Unable to make any sort of sense of my circumstance. Not long after I regained consciousness, panic began. The most unsettling thing of all. The most frightening. The fact that I can't hear her. Huh. Awake, Arby. You the one who brought me in here? What, you don't remember this morning? Woke up because I heard someone enter the room, and then he hit me over the head. Not dead, at least. Good. What do you hope to accomplish by tying me up and bringing me down here? Remember what I said last night at supper about me putting on a little sideshow for you? What? I was reenacting the Last Supper with you as the guest of honor. Oh, now I see. When you were asking if I had any family or friends, you were trying to find out if anyone noticed if I appeared, if anyone would make any noise. You're sharper than you look.
But not sharp.
If only you'd caught on yesterday. Please, Giselle, say something. Giselle, won't you answer me? Why can't I hear your voice? Why can't I feel you there? You're a quiet one. Thought you'd be a little louder. Made you decide to get rid of me. The nuns say something? He has nothing to do with this. I have permission from the Lord to act in this way. Come across anyone acting suspicious.
I mean, it's not her fault. He was already doing this.
Doesn't
last
seem in the least bit wrong to you? I wouldn't say that.
night. Yeah, like, no, it's probably wrong.
You're an acquaintance's friend who made a long trip to come and see him, and I have you tied up in the cellar. That is not what I would consider right. No.
Right. Clearly a rather rude act.
But seeing as you're good enough friends for him to let you stay here, I assumed he's also spilled everything. He never had what it took that. If I were to guess, it got too much for him to handle. And you. Leave him out of this. I see. not deny it. So, how much did he tell you? If you come clean, I might even let you go. We know that's
I
bullshit.
don't buy it. Yeah.
Get rid of him, have you take his place. I said leave him out of this. So, determined not to talk, are you? Good. What a loyal friend. Listen to me. Listen. Oh, I am listening. Because you have a lot of talking to do. I don't have many chances to let loose. So I'll be taking as much time as I can get. He says in an eerily flat tone of voice. Well, great. Thanks for telling me that now. As he draws nearer, pausing between each step as if to taunt me. And when he reaches me, struggling to get off the ground, slams his heel into my shoulder. His heel? Jesus. He's got, good flexibility. Oh, wait, I'm on the ground.
Well, I don't know if he's sitting,
Yeah,
or
okay.
like tied up, depending
Gotcha.
on how that orientation happens.
Not being able to use your hands. Appreciate how much easier it is to stand up when you can, doesn't it? Help! Someone, please! Help! Don't waste your energy. No one ever comes back this way. And the door's so heavy, your screams will never make it out. But that is the least of your work. To go to the cellar's been locked, and the only key is right here. There's no get. If you can run fast enough, you might have a chance of making it to the door and escaping. Test your luck. I doubt you can make it. Puts the full weight of his body into his heel, pressing down on my spine, turning my breath and the gasping sputters. I gather together all my strength, but even that isn't enough to... Now, you're going to tell me everything. What are you and the boy scheming? What is your endgame? Who else is in on it? Damn it. Don't have many options here. What can I even do in this situation? Tell me what I want to know. Maybe I'll let you live. Voice. Truth. Alright, fine. I'll tell you everything. Just know that this isn't some attempt to beg for mercy. I came to this mansion in order to unlock the door to the observation tower, Morgana. Mel was not the one who told me about her, though. I went to him and asked for his assistance. He didn't have to tell me because I already knew, both about her and about what you're doing to her, stealing her blood and making medicine from it. Who told you that? Morgana did. Morgana's soul told me everything. I am not from this time. I lived in a time after her death.
Yeah, I don't think that goes particularly well.
It takes me several moments to process what just happened. A fire runs up my arm from my little finger, only turning into pain when it finally reaches my brain. I twist my head back to see the man on top of me holding my right hand. My finger snapped backwards at the joint. I'll ask you again. Who told you? Morgana did. She dies on the day of the Harvest Festival. Next up is your ring finger. And then your middle, if you insist on keeping this up. Telling you the truth. Oh, this is a familiar scene. She bears so much hatred. Cast a curse upon your souls. I've seen what happens in your next life. Now you're resorting to souls and next lives. I am genuinely impressed. What lies are you going to cook up next, white-haired knave?
I mean, if you're paying attention, it's really just the one.
If I don't set Morgana free, your souls will be enslaved for all eternity. Imprisoned in this cursed mansion. When the bell tolls
solid
noon.
line, though.
Yeah. On the day of the Harvest Festival, you'll lose everything. All of you will. You cannot escape it unless you do something. And the nun, the reason you locked Morgana up in the first place, she won't be safe either. She'll be killed. Two fingers left. and you'll keep up the act that long. Everything I'm saying is the truth. I've seen it all with my own 2 eyes. Why are you so insistent on maintaining this farce? Is it to protect the boy, or do you have some other motive? Every last word is true. Continuing to lie isn't going to make this any easier. Your voice is shaking. The pain is starting to get to you, isn't it?
Probably a little past starting.
What you're doing to Morgana, it achieves nothing. You must release her and atone for your sins. Otherwise, your soul and the souls of those you care about will be doomed to suffering. I see what this is now. You don't have the information I want, so all you can do in these lives. You thick-skulled bastard. There are other options. Beg me for mercy. Sob like a little child, sniveling you. Please don't kill me, and I don't want to die. Please stop. Grovel on the ground, you tiny pathetic man. If you can entertain me, maybe I'll consider it. I'll never add another. I will never beg for your damned mercy. Nothing I've said to you has been a lie, some cheap attempt to fool you into letting me go. Every word of it is true. I know the sins you've burdened your soul with. I know the fate that awaits you in your next life, and I will gladly tell you every detail. You're down to just some. Now, go on. If you're so eager to tell me, let's hear about my supposed next. Your next life, you lose your memory in an accident, causing you to forget your own humanity. The innate savagery you normally keep hidden beneath a mask is released, unrestricted, and you turn into a creature no more than... No, you turn into a beast. A mask. You murder countless people, including the woman you once called your lover. Lover. Hers is the name you know very well. Pauline, your tether. My tether. How do you know that? Because I know everything. I know what you wanted. I know what you were never able to obtain. You idolized humanity, and you yearn for peace. You're telling me I kill the nun in my next life. I am. That is the fate that lies waiting for you. Her love for you is so strong she refuses to believe you're dead. She leaves her seaside hometown in search of you, and she finds you, but you slaughter her. Did you say she lives in the city? In addition to her, you also lose someone else, a woman who tried to give you the peace you so desired. It eventually causes you to succumb entirely to instinct. Enough! All right, fine. Now I know what you are. You're no mere seasoned liar. You're some kind of evil spirit that deceives humans. You're peering into my heart, tailoring your life specifically to manipulate me. I'm not. I swear I have seen everything that happens. Enough! But there's a chance you can change your fate. All you have to do is cease your involvement in Morgana's imprisonment, set her free, allay the hatred she bears for you. Are you deaf? I said I've heard enough. Release Morgana! Save your soul, give a better future! Silence! Oh, not good.
Not good.
I think I'll take your arm off first. Cut right through your shoulder, nice and slowly.
Please hit the same one with the broken fingers.
Oh, here comes the beast. It'll still be attached for a while yet, don't you worry.
Oh.
You hear that, spirit? That's the sound of your flesh ripping apart. The sound of your muscles being severed. Not going to be doing much talking now anymore, are you? Not to the pain you're on. Plead for your life, spirit. Beg for mercy. Admit it was all a sham. Apologize. Let the room fill with your cries of agony. Damn. Every last word, it was all truth. Nip that head right off your shoulders. I don't care who or what you say anymore. You're dead. I have no clue. Think it's the nun, maybe?
Pauline, yeah? You would do no such thing. Guessing? Get back. You will not harm him further.
Pauline? What?
A little late.
What are you doing here, Pauline? I told you to
How
stay
did you
away.
get through the door?
And the door was locked.
I opened it.
You.
One of Nellie's hairpins was long enough to get into the lock and undo it. She won't be getting much use out of it anymore, though. Busted up pretty badly in the process. The locks on the tower are too complex, but the one here is a lot simpler. Bet you never expected me to go cat burglar on you, huh?
Fucking Mel. Coming around. You stupid boy.
What was your question last night? Something about being on the edge of a cliff or whatever? Well, here's your answer. I'll do everything I can to save both of them. This is terrible. How could you... Oh my, you're badly hurt. Sit tight, I'll call for a doctor.
Don't worry about me. You need to talk. Talk to him.
No, you're like bleeding out.
You can get him a talk.
Talking like... Well, we've got to do something about you, though. I'll get that wound patched up at least until you can get properly checked out. A lot of blood.
Thank you. Was it you who went to get Pauline?
No, I ran into her while I was looking for you, which is when she told me she was looking for him. Neither of us were having any luck, so we scoured the mansion together. And when we reached the stairs to the cellar, we heard the screaming. My worst fears were confirmed. So I picked the lock, and here we are. Sorry we didn't make it sooner. This could have been avoided. God, look at what he did to you. There's so much blood in your fingers.
You made it just in time. My arm's still attached and I'm not dead. Neither of which would be true without you.
Real shit, though. Yeah, fair enough. So I guess that means I actually did something good for once?
You are looking for validation to the time right now, Mel.
Yeah, not the time, Mel. Did something for someone other than myself.
That you did.
Now, can you maybe focus on like a tourniquet? So everything Rochelle said is true? The Lord isn't storing his valuables in the tower. He's got a girl locked up there. Well, is it true or not?
It's still the Lord's property, either way.
Not sure rules layering's the best route.
The church is being funded with her miracle blood. So that makes her valuable, yes? Look, technicalities here. I didn't technically lie.
It is the best kind of correct, as I've heard. So you're saying I've been handing out human blood and telling people it was medicine?
Not human. A witch.
Oh,
No.
so much better.
Morgana is a human girl. She hasn't become a witch yet, at least not here.
Later on, witches are real. It's important to know. Witches, All this time, I've been lying to the people who believe in me, without even knowing what I was doing.
Like you said, you didn't know. You haven't done anything wrong, Polly.
Ignorance does not excuse sin. All that time I spent with you, and I didn't notice anything wrong. Like your
idea.
obvious sociopathy.
You weren't supposed to notice anything. It's not your fault I deceived you.
I mean,
It's unreasonable to think you should have been able to. My mask is really good.
I've been at this a while. All that? You did it to help me, though, didn't you?
What is this?
Like a stupid little girl, I assumed it was all out of the good of your heart. Never once stopping to think any deeper than that about where it was all coming from. Maria was right. I was blind. I was content to be pleased about the people I thought it was helping. I want you to do something for me. I want you to set this girl, set Morgana free. Please, do not make your sins any greater than they already are.
But without the witch's blood, we lose the Lord's patronage and then the church.
What good is a church that isn't actually saving anyone? Actually, no. That's avoiding the point entirely. Thank you!
You mean?
It's not okay to lock children in towers! To tell you the truth, I never really cared about the church at all. Oh, okay.
You? Wait, you what? How can you say that when you've always been so unconditionally charitable? Even if it meant giving away food or money you needed yourself. People call you the saintess because that's what you are, a saint.
I mean, it's true. I do that, but...
You said...
I did. That's silly. This is important. But the fact is, I'm no saint. That's just called being a decent human being, you ass. I don't deserve to be held up as one, nor do I belong in that position. I'm just an ordinary girl. I never wanted to be a nun, you know. I just didn't have any other options available to me. I sure didn't have the confidence to make it out there on my own, like Maria. So I did as I was told, and kept myself from thinking it was a mistake, from feeling dissatisfied with that choice. I put everything I had into my responsibilities to the church. My unconditional charity was rooted entirely in selfishness. Oh, okay. That's like a little deeper. I kind of like it. I don't hate it. And the longer I kept it up, the harder it became to stop. I forgot what I really wanted.
And what
But it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's still a good thing to do.
Yeah. And that be?
A normal, happy life as an ordinary girl.
A city, mother.
What?
That's what you said your dream was. For your next life.
Right. Yeah, a quiet life with the man I love.
You might get that wish.
Huh?
That's what you said, wasn't it? That in her next life, lives in a city by the sea.
Yeah, and then you murder her.
Correct. In your next life, Pauline, none. You're an ordinary girl who lives in a side city. Sweet, cheerful, energetic girl who wears her heart on her sleeve. You have both your mother and father. And I.
Yep.
Leave me now.
Sorry about the arm thing.
I don't know. Your claims are utterly ridiculous, but it's getting harder to think you're lying. That's what you really wanted, Pauline. What should I have done instead?
I'll give you a hint.
Envied what
Starts
you had.
with not imprisoning a child.
And ends with not imprisoning a child.
Yeah, really, and that's it. Yeah, step 1 through step infinity, because that is the step.
I envied what you had, Alice. The last thing I wanted was for you to lose it. But you're saying, found no peace in that life?
That's right.
So what should I have done?
I wanted you to take me away from this place, somewhere far away. I wanted you to make it so I could be Pauline, not Marie.
It should probably make it clear that I have murdered a lot of people.
Well, you know, maybe not at the time. Bring that up later. So, driving away. Funny thing, not the first time I've cut someone's arm off. That would have been my ideal life. To live with you, to have a family with you.
Yeah, the masked version of me.
Mm-hmm. The who now?
How was I supposed to know?
Well, you couldn't possibly have known. I realize that. And that makes me every bit as complicit as you. I wouldn't quite go that far. Set Morgana free.
I will be expected to pay for my crimes. That itself is not the problem. I have every intention on facing the consequences.
But
But we, the two of us, have done some terrible, gruesome things.
collectively, all of us together.
I do not know what the usual punishment is for such in this land. But if I had to guess, I would say it's execution. Me being an
Most
outsider makes it easier for people to place the blame on me. They will not
okay.
be able to take you away.
Okay. I thought he's like, no fair. I'm not the only one going down for this. Like, oh man. We'll find each other again in the next life.
I like how she's like, yeah, no, you're gonna fucking die, but
Fingers crossed you don't go to hell. Like I'm relatively confident.
don't
I've
fuck
been
it up in
told you
round
do.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
This whole reincarnation thing is blasphemy. You will all burn for it, heretics.
As I am sure you have heard, my involvement in this conspiracy and sorry about your fingers and your arm.
Better than saying nothing, I guess.
I'm still alive. Guess that's what matters. Third key is in the Lord's possession. You said you needed it by noon of the Harvest Festival, yes? Which means we need to act quickly.
Oh, you're just like, team, get the keys, right?
Correct. We must set Morgana free before the bell tolls noon tomorrow. Then tonight, that is the next time the Lord will be here. Tonight, I'll kill him and take his key.
He's their turbo.
Hold on, no. We're not shedding any blood to get his key.
We've gotten all the way through with the pacifist run, man. We're not bailing on it now. Do you remember what I said a few minutes ago about not committing any further sins?
Right, I'm sorry. It's just, you know. He's not,
after this. I figured that was after this.
he is not likely to hand over the key without a fight, though. Convince him, not force his hand.
I mean, obviously you meant after we freed him.
Besides, simply opening the door is not enough. Not. My goal here is to save Morgana's soul. In order to do that, I need to pacify at least some degree of the hatred she bears in it. Good luck with that.
Sorry, our bad. Isn't gonna cut it for me, at least.
Yeah. A hatred rooted in her perception of you and things you've done to her. I need to change that perspective. I'm not quite following. What do you mean by change her perspective? For you and the Lord to tell your stories, what happened from your perspectives. Onto my perspective. Do.
Well, I chopped her arm off.
And your motivations or your circumstances might serve to lessen the animosity she holds for you. Hey,
I figured she'd be easier to detain with one less arm.
Right. I don't think it'd be. I don't think you're gonna get what you want out of me.
Yeah, like...
The greater the discrepancy in what she believes to be the truth in the full story, with everyone's perspectives included, the greater the chance she may have a change of heart. Okay, I now understand what she wants from me. However, perspective will do nothing to serve that end.
I am gonna make it worse.
There is no ambiguity. There is no justification for my action.
I'm a bad guy.
Regardless, I still would like to know the whole truth if you're willing to tell me you're part of it. Okay, if you want all the gruesome details. Okay. I'll come by your room later today. Promise, I will not kill you.
Hey, is it alright if I'm there too?
Sorry, I would rather if you...
Why?
Everything you need to know, I've told you already. I captured a witch. No. Captured a young girl for profit and imprisoned her in the tower.
He's working on it. All right.
My motivation, as I said, was to get the church funded. Those are the facts.
Abbreviates.
The things I did along the way were brutal and inhumane. Hope you can understand. Why I wouldn't want the woman I love to any of that.
I understand.
I'll see you again later in the day. Waiting.
Sorry. Really died. Oh my god. I should get going too. Oh. I harmed myself. I'll get there. Okay. Oh man, sorry. You're gonna need medication and something to get that arm dressed properly. If there's anything else I can get you, let me know. Oh boy. If you want to see a doctor, I'll find you the best one I can.
Can you get me some morphine?
I'm so sorry for ever doubting you.
No, I am glad you came at all.
For real though. Me too. Well, see ya. Way too casual.
Yeah.
Currently bleeding. I'm kind of surprised. He's actually got a soft spot. No. I mean, yeah, kind of, but no. And I was sure you were full of it when you said that the two of them had a thing going. What does she see in a guy like him anyway? She's got bad taste in guys, that's for sure. What's with that look?
Just admiring your rather inappropriate remarks.
Sorry. I was just so relieved it kind of came out.
Okay. You almost got a smile out of me.
Never seen you smile before.
You won't. I blame being...
Not with that weak ass shit.
I blame being relieved too. Now, would you mind helping me get back to my room? I'm currently profusely bleeding and all my fingers on one of my hands are broken.
Oh, God. Sure, no problem. My shoulder's all yours. Oh, sorry. You know, you really are something else, Michelle. I could hear you all through the door as I was getting it opened. And honestly, I'm amazed you were able to stand up to him like that.
See, what you need to understand, Mel, is when I was younger, there was this girl named Amy, right?
Yeah. Fucking, this was rookie shit. God. And I don't want to get my hopes up too high just yet, but I'm starting to think you might actually be able to do something about the Lord.
That's reassuring. Thank you.
Sure. Anyway, let's get going. You should get as much rest as you can until he shows up. Well, I mean, you should be going to see a doctor with these wounds. Oh, yeah. Nellie's been worried sick about you all day. I'll have to tell her not to pounce on you because I'm sure she'll come running as soon as she hears we found you.
Maybe not let her see me like this.
Might not be the best play at the moment. Not helpful.
Oh, you were right. I do have people here who are grateful for me and show concern for me. You have to know, Giselle, that it's your voice I want to hear more than anyone else's. I cannot hear you. Are you, Giselle? No. It didn't stick. I'd have been going. Didn't you say anything? Word. Still out there somewhere. Know it. Come for you.
Very specific set
Moment.
of skills.
Here I am, as promised. I heard you talking. Someone with you, but you're alone. Let me.
You don't get to judge people's mental behavior.
See. Well, you know, as I told you earlier, my perspective on events will do nothing to change Morgana's mind. I'd like to hear what you... All right. Being from this land, I don't believe in the Lord. Nor do I think priests or preachers have any better than con artists. Where that come from? What I'm trying to say is, if I give a confessional, it won't be to another human. Angel.
I see.
Come again? The angel from the stained glass window. That's you, isn't it? Wait. How on earth did you come to that conclusion?
You have the same name.
Just thinking about everything you said earlier in the cell. The fact that you knew about Morgana, the fact that you could see into my heart and in particular. Talk about saving people's souls. I mean, that sounds like something an angel would do.
Classic angel shit.
Mission is not a man's job. Which means you must be something else. I will tell you everything. Every
Look, just roll with it.
foolish mistake. Every terrible crime. In exchange, I would like you to tell me what I am to do next. Lead me down the path I am. Verify myself. Every passing day. Ability to tell what direction I'm supposed to tell my story. I want you to do that for me. Please. To show me the way. No more decide the path you take than you, but you my heart. We're here, you would encourage me to agree. Okay. Can't guarantee that anything I use, but I will do best I can to lead the right direction. Thank you. Now, before I begin, there's one thing I need to clarify. I am not in love with Pauline. You, I guess. She does play an important role in my life, though. Much is true. Heather. Exactly. So, I suppose you could say, admire is everything. Not. Think I should tell her, you think? That I don't love her? I'm incapable of feeling love? Should I tell her that, knowing she genuinely loves me? I mean, that's a tough question,
If you
dude.
don't, you're fucked if you don't. It's a lie. What's the alternative?
Instincts tells me that I shouldn't. I know very well I. There are circumstances in which I'm preferable to the truth.
I'm usually in love.
That said, I am ready to begin. Yeah, like I think so. I think this dude is like he's definitely got like some kind of sociopathic tendency.
Yeah, like he's not doing great.
Yeah.
And it's not a good environment for
No.
somebody who's not like, yeah, whatever. I'm not sure what he's got going on, but regardless,
You have my full.
That's rough.
Oh boy, here we go. A lot of that voice coming at you for a second. As you know, I am not from this land. The issue is, I don't know any more about where I came from than you. I remember the Silk Road, stretching out before me as clouds of dust wisping across the bare dirt track. That endless expanse of red earth, and branded into. But beyond, most of my memories are. I can only clearly remember the last 5 years or so. In my auditory memory, I was a slave. I didn't work on some nobleman's estate, but did physical labor, construction. I built roads and buildings, hills and mountains. That's where it was decided someone built like I am would be most useful. And while I doubt I need to tell you this, living conditions were miserable. Other slaves withered away and died on a daily basis. Working in noble estates would have been easier, only for the fact, specific master. I don't remember anything about my life before. All I have are images from which I can guess I was part of a, or perhaps a messenger. I vaguely remember being waylaid. We were vastly outnumbered, very little reason. Or at least, I assume that's what happened. When I woke up, I had been stripped bare and was surrounded by men I did not recognize. Words they spoke were gibberish to my ears. I tell from their tone of voice and expressions that the things they were saying were not. They seemed to be mocking me, laughing at me, calling me a beast. As you might expect, I attempted to protest, but evidently I'd been beaten quite when I was. My joints were stiff and swollen on top of my dehydration. I could barely move, let alone put up a fight. As long as I might have been at full health, I was in no condition to do anything then. I have no idea how it feels to be abused and humiliated, desperate for food and water. I think Michelle does know. Oh, I see. So as I was saying, I was a slave for one grueling, torturous year. No one treated me like a human being. There was no one from the same part of. There was no room to come to my aid. There was no one to come to me. Over time, I came to learn the language, though I can only speak it. I do not know how to read or write. But to be honest, not on people were saying about me. I had many words to describe me. None of them flattered. Some of them would even call me beast. And the longer I was treated as something less than human, the more I began to question whether it really was. Darkness grew inside me with each repeated insult. I wanted to make them pay. And who wouldn't desire to exact vengeance when you've been mistreated is perfectly legal. But today were right deep down, beast. And my revenge went far beyond. 40 years ago, I was sitting in a carriage as it. This was not the kind of carriage you rode around town in, but a filthy slave transport. It was packed front to back with slaves, or soon to be slaves, I suppose. There were men, young women, and even children. Everyone wore a look of hopelessness, and no one had the strength left to read. They looked like me a year earlier, food and water and beaten into submission. The slave trader guards were armed, swords hanging from hips, ready to cut down anyone who showed any signs of. So they sat, lamenting their fate. Sitting beside me was a young girl, crying. Glancing over at her, a glimpse of her face. Large chunks of skin seemed to have fallen off of it. It was, suffice it to say, an unusual sight. But beyond that, I did not think much. I didn't find it disturbing or unpleasant, perhaps because I had a similarly unusual appearance. What caught my attention, though, the way she was. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it seemed different somehow from everyone else crying in the. It's almost like her tears were not for herself. You crying? At my question, she turned her head to look up at me. Surprise crossed her face for a few brief seconds, but that was her only reaction to it. I assume her thought processes same as mine. She felt no need to fear. After a moment's hesitation, she said,
And because I didn't get the chance to show my gratitude to people very dear to me.
her response perplexed me. Why was she concerned about showing gratitude? Why was she not despairing her own circumstance? Why was that the emotion that gripped her in that moment? Not hatred for the slave trader. To this day, I still do not know. But that wasn't the only thing I found curious. Her voice, despite being soft, cut to the crying and wailing of the other slaves. I pictured it like a single patch of clear water in the middle of a swamp, untainted by its surroundings, gently undulating. One sentence was all she said, unbelievably calming about it. For a moment, it was filled with a sense of tranquility. Though you may not believe it, I wanted to get her out of the filthy cat, undo the shackles threatening to paint her. And so I took action, driven by that. This is no lie, I promise. I literally killed every one of them motherfuckers. You want to be the slave trader?
I bet I was muted.
Huh.
Yeah, sure. No, don't kill me. Please. You can have all my money. You can go free if that's what you want. I apologize. Anything. What? Why are you laughing? Please spare me. I have a wife and children. Please. I'm begging you.
And why should I care? Holding a sword in my hand felt amazingly light. Whatever work I once did must have required me to use a blade. Even with the shackles still around my wrist, I had little trouble slaughtering the slave traders in there. They let their guard down because we were restrained. They thought of anyone resisting never once crossed their minds. Dead bodies sprawled out around. Corpses I had made, lives I snuffed out. Look at this. See? No one can do. Haha. So no chance against my strength. More. I need more. I need more. I do not have the words to describe the high it gave me killing those men, the power I felt over them. Driven mad by the stench of blood filling the air. No, just drew out what was already there. If I weren't already deranged, the corpses would have had nothing to stimulate in the first place. After taking the keys off of one of the slave traders, I returned to the carriage, doing my best to act calm and suppress bubbling exhilaration. Hey, you, unlock my shackles. I would do it myself if I could. You, say something, would you? But she said nothing, simply removing my shackles as commanded. If she had even said one word, let me hear that curiously calming voice of her, then in all likelihood, probably would have stopped. But she remained perfectly silent. Everyone was in shock at what I had just witnessed, her included. In time, though, the slaves started cheering. The same people who had been wailing minutes earlier were now shouting praises.
Our savior! You're our savior! We're free to go home! We can have our lives back! Undo our shackles, please.
I am a beast.
What?
I am not a savior. I am not a man. I am a beast. Isn't that right? I'm a beast, aren't I?
What are you?
More. I need more. I thirst for more.
What? Why are you pointing your...
I need more! In that moment, the last of my reason dissolved. I went into a frenzy, slaughtering the helpless slaves I had never intended to kill. I was euphoric. I couldn't get enough. I reveled in it. Never before had I felt such utter ecstasy. Their cries for mercy as I ripped through them were delicious. The look of fear in their eyes, the way their faces twisted, the splatters of blood around their mouths opened in screams. That despair that filled them. I didn't care anymore that they were just as much victims as me, that they had suffered the same abuse and humiliation. All of that was buried beneath the waves of bliss ravished me. Everyone who asked to be spared, I skewered. I worked my way around the inside of the carriage, killing dozens upon dozens of slaves. Heads went rolling off shoulders, hot geysers of blood spewing open necks. It was glorious. I was practically wading through blood by that point. Some bodies I completely dismembered. Others I disemboweled, leaving their entrails to hang out of their open guts. All of them had looks of agony frozen in their faces as death took them. I don't know if I was unconsciously avoiding her, or if it was just coincidence, but the girl was the only one left alive. Of course, hadn't been spared the mess, so she sat there, drenched in sticky red gore. Her lips appeared to be trembling, though I couldn't tell for sure with much of her skin missing. The fire inside me still burned white hot. She was the reason I had done any of this in the first place. I had stood up because I wanted to set her free, but my original intentions were long since gone from me. Raw pleasure overwhelmed any sense of reason. I approached the girl, pointing the sword at her neck. I expected her to scream, to beg for her life like the others, but she did nothing. Simply stared up at me. Why didn't you run? With my question, the girl finally spoke.
Why did you kill them?
The sound of her voice quelled the furor within me. It baffled me. I had no control over it. A strange girl could pacify me with a single utterance. The word she used didn't matter. It was her voice. She would have called me a monster, and it would have had the same. Because I felt like it. I couldn't explain my reason for murdering the slaves. I didn't have the words to express the things that drove me. All I could tell her was that I did it because I felt like it.
Why haven't you killed me yet?
Didn't feel like it.
Couldn't find her answer for that question in my somewhat rattled mind either. In retrospect, I realize now that her voice was my first tether. At the time, I had no idea why I didn't take her life in my frenzy. I had killed other children, other women, young, old, sad, miserable. It really didn't matter. Nothing had so much as prickled my conscience. I don't know. Then I stepped off the carriage and walked away. Left without questions I couldn't answer. I left with questions I couldn't answer. Was I really a beast? Was unleashing my innate savagery and reveling in the massacre of helpless people really all I wanted? No. After escaping from the slave traders, I became something of a bandit. I had no hopes of taking me in. Not only was I a murderer, I was also a foreigner. Nor did I have any chance of finding decent work. So I lived by the sword, killing and plundering. The money, I honestly didn't give a damn about. I had no desire. It was simply a matter of survival. That and quenching. It went on for about 3 years like that. Till finally encountering something I could not defeat with my sword. No amount of muscle was enough to protect me from these. One day I woke with the chills, my vision blurry, barely able to move my limbs. I set off for a nearby village, hoping to see a doctor. My body did not last that long. I collapsed on the side of the road, drained of my last strength. It was a moderately busy road at, so I assumed I had made it close to this. Dozens of people passed by, silently pretending not to see anything. I did not look like someone a respectable person would want to involve themselves with in normal circumstances. So it was no surprise they weren't interested in this sick, filthy folk. Hell, I could not even remember the last time I had bathed. It was hard to look at me, let alone get anywhere near me. This is where I'm going to die, It seemed like a suitable end to the mad, murderous monsters withering away on the side of the road beneath sneering passerby. The fact that I was still alive at all after 3 years of leeching off other people's lives was itself wrong. I did not lament my impending demise. I accepted the way of the world. But then, I glanced up to see a woman in a nud's habit looking down on me.
Are you alright? Are you sick? I'm going to check your temperature, okay? Wow, you're burning up. You shouldn't be out here in this condition. Do you not have anywhere to go? Don't worry, I got you covered. There's a church not too far from here. Hang in there just a little longer and you'll be fine. He helps people in need? Not very big, but we've always got room for people who need it. You can rest up in one of the open beds, and I should be able to get you a little something to eat. I promise it'll be better than staying out here at any rate. Can you stand? Not a problem. We can do this together. Put your arm around my shoulders. The church isn't that far. We can do it.
Carry me.
Yep. It'll be fine. We'll make it one way or the other. Mm-mm. Mm. Almost. We're almost there. Just a little longer.
Heavy, I.
Very, very heavy. But that's not a problem. I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Now. God doesn't like his children talking like that. Almost there. We're almost there. So, how you feeling? Better, I hope. I've left some applesauce on the bedstand if you're feeling up to eating anything. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you need to.
I help me.
'Cause that's what people do. They help each other.
Not what
I like to think it is.
you judge people of exception.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
This woman is only showing me compassion because she doesn't know. Wouldn't be so friendly if she knew I was a madman and a murderer.
Maybe. If there's anything else you want, let me know. I can't make you any fancy dinners, but if it's anything I can get, I will.
Would you tell me your name?
I'm Marie.
Marie. After, was it again? The Virgin?
You're not familiar with the Virgin Mary?
Look at me. I am clearly not from these parts.
Yeah, I can see that. So that'd make you a traveler, huh?
One definition.
You speak the language really well, though. I take it you've been here a while then.
Yes, have.
How exciting. When you're feeling better, maybe you can tell me about the country you came from. I've never been far from home, so I'm curious what it's like elsewhere.
There's nothing I
It can be anything. Tell me about yourself if you want.
less inclined to do that.
Get better soon, Kay. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it.
I'm not sure there's anyone out there more deserving.
What was that?
Name suits you.
Oh no, not at all. I'm incredibly flattered to hear you say that, but I hardly live up to the name.
I also do like it. I remember this in the third story with Maria always referred, like jokingly laughing about calling herself the Virgin Mary. And here,
Mm-hmm.
like Pauline gets referred to the Virgin Mary.
What's your name, by the way?
Mas. I have no name.
You don't?
You want something to call me? You can choose a name for me. Anything you want. I am nameless. You give me a name.
About Frank. I think you should be the one to choose your name. I'd be more than happy to help, though. But you should go with the name you think is best.
See,
Well, I should get going. I'll be around if you need anything. Just holler.
just hollered.
Nailed it. Bye then.
How am I supposed to name for myself? Don't even know about me.
Most people don't know anything about the person they're choosing names for.
I recovered quickly with a proper bed and a roof over my head. Out on the road, I had been certain I stood a chance, but I was back on my feet after only 3 days at the church. My body was more resilient than. Now that I was back in health, I had no intention of sticking around. Thank you for everything. I would be dead if it weren't.
No thanks necessary. I'm just glad to see you're feeling better. There's no need to be in such a rush to leave, you know. Stay a bit longer. Make sure everything's alright.
I am not going to stay.
If you're sure.
Take this as payment for the food and lodging.
I can't accept that. No. We don't charge for charity.
Charity is not free. You paid for it. Let me pay you back.
I can't.
Please, take the money.
Here, how about you go around front and put it in the donation box? What'd I say? If you insist, I can accept it as a tithe.
A tithe.
Think of it like a donation to the church. Technically different. Like you said, the work we do isn't free.
All right then, a tithe it is.
Thank you. And may God bless you for your generosity.
So long.
Hey, if you're ever in the area, maybe you could stop by sometime. I never did get a chance to have that talk with you. And I was really looking forward to it, too.
I'll just cause more trouble.
What? No, you wouldn't. What makes you think that? Are you afraid you'll scare people off because you look different? I really don't think you need to be worried about that.
It's not just my appearance. I'm a beast. Do you mean it? That it won't be any trouble having you around?
I absolutely mean it.
Okay. I'll consider it.
Wonderful. I can't wait to see you again.
Believe me, I knew I had no place involving myself. A killer making himself comfortable in the house of God? I don't even believe in their deity. I still knew that if nothing was not if not extremely disrespectful. The money I had donated to her church wasn't even clean. It was stolen. I didn't
Definitely don't have a problem with that.
I didn't feel the slightest bit guilty about it. I was more than conscious of what I was doing, but none of that mattered to me. She had smiled when she took it. That was enough. Seeing the nun smile put my heart at ease, much like this girl's voice had said. It restrained me, suppressed my urges. That smiling face was my new tether. I'd always believed that I was at my happiest, torturing. As my thirst for murder was ingrained in my soul. But as exhilarating as taking others' lives was, there was a part of me that yearned for peace. I had gotten a taste of that with her, and I wanted more. Even knowing I had no place in that world, that peace was something I could never attain. I still longed for it. It started with brief visits every few months. In time, though, their frequency began to increase. Soon it was once a month, then twice, then once a week. The length of my visits gradually grew as well. Every time I showed up, the nun greeted me with a smile, quenching my thirst without the need for blood. The more we met, the more I endeavored to be a normal man around her, or to play the part of one. I thought that if I acted like there was nothing wrong with me, I wouldn't be out of place at her side. I wanted to feel like I belonged in that peaceful world she lived.
Ah, it's the giant man! Marie, the giant man's here!
Giant.
Ah, hello there. I was beginning to think you weren't coming this week.
I was having trouble deciding on what to bring you.
You're always welcome here, you know. You don't have to bribe yourself in. But I appreciate it, thank you.
It wouldn't feel right if I did not bring something. A variety of fruit for you to, so you can share them with the children.
They'll be delighted. Thank you so much.
It's
I
nothing.
brought a fruit
Yeah.
basket as an offering. So, have you decided on a name for yourself yet?
Not yet.
Nothing at all. Makes talking to you a little awkward, not having anything to call you.
In that case, the giant man is as good as anything.
Did he get under your skin?
A little. Considered killing him. I mean, I'm not that big.
Sorry,
am I?
that was out loud, wasn't it? Pardon me. We're all giants to little kids. I do wish they'd be a little less blunt about it sometimes, though.
Indeed. I suppose it's better than them being afraid of me. Children here have such strong nerves.
They're ordinary kids. You're just not a scary person.
I only assume I'm harmless because I'm with you.
What? You make it sound like you actually are dangerous or something.
Because I am.
Don't get worked up about it. The only thing different about us is our race. Everything else is exactly the same.
I'm not so sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, you must have had some pretty awful experiences because of your appearance then, to make you so concerned about it. I don't, yeah, no, that's like, or, it's just something about him as a person. You know,
Right,
that isn't
yeah.
race related, potentially, Pauline. Here's a thought. Wish I could say I understood your pain.
That is not necessary.
But if I could, then maybe I'd feel a little closer to you. If only I could even have what?
Which is funny because in her second life, she is
Even half the same race as you.
I have nothing to gain from being.
You don't think so? I think there's a lot that would be nice about it. I'd probably have really pretty black hair at least. If I'm ever reborn, I'd like to be more like you.
Why are you so obsessed with being like me?
You pretty? I just am.
Oh,
Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Stuck to dismount. Yeah.
that was about the time I started noticing the feelings she had for me. At first, I thought I was simply being egotistical. No, you egotistical? Not at all.
What?
There was no
Couldn't
way.
imagine why you'd leap to that.
There was no way a woman like her would ever be interested in a man like me. I couldn't think of any other explanation for the way she looked at me. Back then, I believed I loved her too, and that if we could be together as man and woman, I would finally be able to attain the peace I sought. That I could wash my hands of this killer within me, defeat the urges once and for all. Ah, going the Dexter route.
Yeah, don't work like that, bruh.
That I could step out of the darkness I lived in for so long. This dark passenger that resides within me. That I would be able to see the light. I would be able to experience love like any other ordinary man. So, in the name of that hope, I took action. That foolish, naive hope.
No, don't lie. Give it a shot without lying.
Huh?
Well, what are we doing out here so late at night?
Sorry for asking you to meet me on such short notice. I hope it wasn't too much trouble sneaking out.
It certainly wasn't easy. So you have something to tell me?
I'm about to tell you. Every last word is sincere. And then once you hear me out, I want you to turn me down.
Ugh. What?
I mean, to be fair, that's a pretty slick line.
No, I know. I was like, gave me flashbacks. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. College all over again. Don't do this to people. If you're out there, it's not fun. Don't do it. It's bad.
Over these last few months, I have come to at least somewhat understand the responsibilities and restrictions placed upon you as a nun. But even ignoring the obligations you have, I know good and well I am not a suitable match for you. Which is why, as I said, I would like for you to turn me down.
I still want to hear it.
I love you. I fell for you the moment I first saw you. I know I don't deserve to be anywhere near you. But every time we meet, my desire to be with you grows stronger and stronger, until it was out of my control. Turn me down, Marie, please, and I will stop trying to get close to you.
I'm not Marie.
You're not... What?
My real name is Pauline.
Pauline.
Marie is my baptismal name. It's not the name I was given at birth. I love you too. I fell for you the moment I first I first laid eyes on you.
This is not what I was expecting.
I was covered in shit and dying in a ditch. For real? I know it's forbidden, but I want to be with you too. Any free time I have, I want to spend it with you.
I am glad to hear you say that.
Thank you for being honest with me.
No, thank you for not turning me down like I asked you to.
Wow. Talk about an anxious day. When you asked me to meet you out here tonight, I wondered if that might be what it was about. Felt like my heart was going to explode all day.
Heart explode? I can make that happen.
Idiom, bud. It's tough, yeah. Guys get nervous about telling girls how they feel too, don't they?
Yeah, we do.
I'm not sure I see the connection to the exploding heart, though. Until now, I had no idea falling in love was so hard on the nerves. Just thinking about you makes my mind tend to mush. It's hard to work like that, you know?
Really, that's stressful?
Wait, shit. It's what? Oh, God. Oh, God. Is it like that for you, too?
Yeah.
Totally.
Thinking
100%.
about you makes it impossible to concentrate. It is. Yeah, he is. To be clear, he is totally gaslighting her here.
No, but part of it is trying to figure out who, I don't know. Yeah, there's a way to stumble through not knowing how you respond to these sorts of feelings.
Yeah.
But just, be honest with people oh, shit. Well, no, sorry. I didn't realize that.
Tell me something, Pauline.
What is it?
How exactly is it hard on your nerves?
What? How exactly? It's like, I'm in the clouds and I want to scream and I want to jump into a lake all at the same time.
That does not help me much. Could you be a little more specific?
Perhaps using less I feel words. Really? Are you trying to embarrass me?
You have to understand, Pauline, I do not speak your language very well. I need you to be very direct with me.
Emotion, not my first language. Oh, I mean, or English, right?
Yeah.
It's like my whole body gets really hot.
Okay. You mean you get aroused?
Aroused? No. It. To put it bluntly, yes.
I see.
You're a real jerk, you know. You shouldn't go around trying to humiliate ladies.
Sorry, I did not mean to.
Oh, you.
Oh. So I'm not in love with her or romantically attracted to her. Or even physically attracted to her. All I want from her is her smile. Being around her does not arouse me. In fact, it is exactly the opposite. My fire burns brightest when I'm not with her. It all makes sense now. I just want something to keep me placated. I'm disturbed through and through. A murderer and a beast.
See? That's why I didn't want to say anything. I knew you'd laugh at me.
I am sorry. I truly am. I did ultimately get what I wanted out of the arrangement. She became my tether, became an invaluable part of my life, even if I had no real love for her. I was with her, I was at peace. That said, her presence didn't completely rid me of my urges. I was still occasionally struck with bouts of insatiable thirst, overwhelming desire to mutilate anyone who came into my line of sight. Sometimes, Pauline became that desire. It goes without saying that I never did draw my sword on her, but I have no way of knowing when I might lose control. Even if I did kill her, there'd be nothing left to keep me from regressing completely into a beast. Pauline and I arranged regular nighttime meetings, though never once did I tell her how I truly felt. I had no intention to either. When I was with her, I was in the role of her lover. She never questioned my love for her. Expressing hers for me caused me to smile even more than normal. The happier she was, more beneficial it was to me. Spending time with her in this capacity, I was able to gain a deeper understanding of what kind of person Pauline was. She was a deeply generous and compassionate woman. While I now understand her near compulsive deeds of charity were as a result of the stress and uncertainty she felt about herself. At the time, I believed she was doing it because she genuinely wanted to. I believed she wanted to save absolutely everyone, to be the saintess she had come to be known as. She gave assistance to anyone who sought it from her, without question. As a result, the church coffers dried up quickly. Her God did not supply her with an endless store of bread and wine either. In the end, any endeavor, no matter the intention, requires money. In time, her generosity turned excessive, self-destructive. She would even skip meals so that others could eat. In retrospect, that was probably my fault too. As I pushed her towards wanting to be a regular girl, she pushed back against that desire by being even more charitable. Soon, her actions started making the other nuns' lives difficult, giving her a less than favorable reputation within the church. Still, she would tell me that when we met up, how she wished she could help even more people. If doing so would give her peace, if I could be a part of that peace. I wanted to grant her wish. But what could a killer like me do to help? Petty thievery wouldn't make me nearly enough money to keep a church and orphanage running. And a rage large enough in that scale to do so would inevitably be traced back to the source, which would ruin the church forever. However, how was a murderer to acquire such a large sum of money? I was ready to jump at any opportunity that presented itself when I received a summons from the Lord. There he is. He finally shows up.
There he is. um, that's how we describe rugs, not people. I take it you're the man who's been seen buzzing around the local church of late.
When I first saw the Lord, I was surprised at just how young he looked. There couldn't have been more than a couple years difference between us. I'd envisioned him as an elderly, or at the very least a middle-aged man. That would be me, yes, what of it?
Who do you think you're talking to, you impudent rat? Show some damn respect.
Apologies, I am not very familiar with the local customs or language.
Very well, then. You're fortunate I am such an understanding man. Now, for the reason I called you here. You're the one who killed that cart full of slaves 4 years ago, aren't you?
So you know about that.
Ha! I wasn't actually sure it was you, but now I have confirmation. Since then, one slave of Far Eastern origin has remained unaccounted for. I take it that would be you.
That's right.
Made one hell of a mess out there.
Am I here to be punished?
That depends on how our talk goes.
You think I'm going to go back to being a slave? You're fooling yourself.
I don't need any more damn slaves. I certainly don't want you as one. I saw what happened there. You're obviously not finding any respectable work. So being the next slave, so I take it you're still in the business of getting your hands dirty, are you not? I assume you're playing cat burglar or something, living off of whatever you can swipe from the nearest unlucky bastard.
That is correct.
Isn't it comical then that you would choose God's sacred house to stretch your legs in, you filthy dog?
Absolutely agree with you.
I thought that would get a reaction out of you. It seems like you got no bite in you today. Never mind, let's get down to business. Defeat the hunt. You're gonna help me out with a little something I'm working on.
Help you with what exactly?
Something that's gonna make me a lot of money. And if you lend a hand, I'll make sure you're well taken care of. Along with that church you're so fond of, and the nun you've taken a liking to. That nun of yours had made quite the name for herself. Out in the city proper, people have started calling her the Saintess.
They are right about that. He is.
Huh. The commoners love their heroes and saints. They eat that rubbish right up. But saint or not, you can't simply create food from nothing. Her work is causing financial troubles for the church, is it not?
Yes.
If you help me with this, I'm offering you an entirely new church. One where she has complete control to do as she wishes. She'll make it into the biggest church in the city. She'll be able to help even more people, which should surely please her.
What would you have me do?
Jumping at the first whiff of scraps. You really are a dog, aren't you?
I don't like conversations that overstay their welcome.
Fair enough. Then let's get to business. Not far from here lives a witch whose blood has the power to cause miracles.
Miracle blood. Sounds like a sham to me.
You never know. They say the sound of her first cry brought rain to the land where she was born, saving the whole village from drought. And they say her blood has the power to cure any disease. I'll worry about the veracity of the rumors later. Right now, all I want is for you to capture her and bring her to me.
Explain something to me, Lord. You said that if I help you, the nun will be able to save more people than she does now. So how does capturing this witch accomplish that?
Glad you know how to listen, dog. It'll be turning the blood into a miracle elixir, which she will then distribute to the patrons of the church. In exchange for ties, of course.
Selling it then.
Selling isn't quite the right word, but if that's how you want to think of it, by all means. The commoner's beloved saintess handing out an all-powerful miracle medicine. They'll lap it up.
And in turn, you'll make a fortune.
Exactly. Money I can use to support a church. It'll be a boon to the city's economy as well. It does sort of seem like you're not required in this equation in any way, shape, or form. A single witch's freedom is all it'll cost for everyone here to come out happy. So, what'll it be? Will you help, or will I have to?
I'll help. I have no reason not to.
Decisive and a good listener. Excellent.
Once I have captured the witch, where do I take her?
I have a mansion set aside where your nun can run a church. There's an observation tower on the grounds. The witch will be kept locked up there to ensure we have a constant supply of blood.
Okay. When do you want me to get her?
You're just chomping at the bit now, aren't you? I think it's champing. I have no idea. I thought you'd hesitate at least a little, but I guess it was foolish of me to presume to understand how a killer's mind works. All the resources I put into investigating you and everyone close to you were wasted, it would seem. Do you even have a conscience?
Don't act like you're any different.
Yeah, right. I assure you, I have a conscience. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't necessary for the growth of the city.
No, I mean you're just as much a murderer as me. You would never come up with a scheme like this if your hands were clean.
Watch your mouth, dog. You dare insinuate I would ever condescend to your level.
I agreed to the Lord's terms. A couple of days later, I made my way out to the location the Lord had given me, a small cottage by a lake where the witch was said to live. I had been instructed to take her alive, but not that I wasn't allowed to harm her. So my plan was to force my way in and immobilize her as soon as she opened the door. The Lord was right. I didn't have anything resembling a conscience. I was too far gone to be bothered by the prospect of disabling a witch. Not even the fact that I had found a degree of solace in my relationship with Pauline would change. However,
Who's there?
when I heard the witch's voice at the door, I froze. It was the girl from 4 years earlier. I didn't even have to see her, I knew right away. I wouldn't mistake that voice, that stream of pure, clear water cutting through the grime, for anything. I would never forget the first thing that had ever managed to suppress my desires, first tether. When the Lord told me about the witch, I never once expected it to be her.
Who is it?
Are you the witch with the miracle blood? My hand rested on the hilt of my sword. I had, at first, meant to break down the door if she wouldn't open it for me.
Please leave.
However, when I heard that voice, my hand fell limp.
Please stay away from my home.
I am in need of your blood. Could you not spare a little?
I have nothing to spare for a man like you. My blood is only for the sick and needy. So please, go away. Stay away from me. I'm begging you. Get away from this place. You're a murderer. I want nothing to do with you. So please, just go away.
You say? As she had commanded, I took my leave of her cottage in somewhat of a haze. It should have come as no surprise, but in the 4 years since our last encounter, she had no kind words left to spare me. Yet even in her derision, I still felt myself being calmed by the sound of her voice. I debated with myself. Should I do as the Lord requested and capture her? Or should I let her go free, as I had done 4 years earlier? You already know what I decided to do, though, don't you? That's right. I went with the first option. After all,
Obviously.
I had no need for 2 tethers.
We're here. This whole thing has happened.
While breaking down her door was still an option, the witch was wary of me. If she were to somehow manage to escape, there was no saying how the Lord might react. So I stood and watched, waiting for her to step outside. Problem was, she never opened her door. It wasn't just me. It seemed she was wary of everyone. There was one exception, though. The boy. He left the cottage for him. They went on walks together around the lake.
It's been a while since we last went on one of our walks, huh? I haven't been sleeping much, taking care of Nellie.
Condition worsening again?
Yeah.
Rest assured, I will give her my blessing as many times.
I really, really appreciate it. The weather's kinda not that great today, huh? Looks like we might get rain. Probably not smart to stay outside much longer.
Yesterday,
I should get going. See ya.
Watching the two of them, it occurred to me that I could make a good use of the boy. You have two options. Either you say no and protect the witch, or you help me capture her.
Get away from her right now.
And if you choose the witch, I kill the girl.
Get away.
Make your decision.
Get away from her.
You have until the count of 10. Don't choose, I kill the girl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll help you. So get your sword out of her face. Don't kill her.
I thought you'd hold on to the last second. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go get going. Let's get going. Get moving. You pitiful little boy.
No, stay away from me. No. Help. Don't kill me.
Take it.
Well,
That is your share. It'll last you long enough.
yeah.
You take my arm. You mean my share? Why? My arm. Arm. Oh, put me down, please. Help! Somebody, please help!
The witch with the miracle blood had regressed into an ordinary girl, and she cried in pain like a small child. I wasn't going to get very far with her wailing, so I gagged her, hit her up, and threw her into a burlap sack. Nothing personal. I just need your blood. Without it, she'll lose the church. He needs the money. I needed some way of getting enough money to keep the church running. So the Lord made me an offer, could not refuse. If I brought in the witch with the miracle blood, he would finance a whole new church. So don't take it personally.
The cookie crumbs.
I tossed the sack into the cart I had waiting outside, and then made my way back to the mansion and spread the Lord's instructions. The two of us then locked the witch away in the observation tower. When I told the Lord I had used the boy as bait to get her to open the door, he gave an exasperated sigh and said,
Involving a third party was not part of the plan. Is there anything at all in that head of yours, dog?
I can kill him if that's a problem.
Don't be hasty. Describe him for me. Did he seem like he came from a wealthy family?
He's young, still in his teens. He lives with his little sister. He looked reasonably well off, probably of noble blood.
You picked one hell of a target to use as your bait.
Should I kill him?
There are people in this world you can make disappear quietly. People no one will notice have gone missing. You're one of them. The boy, he most likely isn't. Was the boy at all interested in the witch's blood?
He seems to be.
Well, that makes things a little easier. We just have to make him into an accomplice then.
That is everything up to about 6. You know what happened, I presume. Threatened Mel, forced him to join us. Sister, but even excuse, did not have the enough courage to. Me, on the other hand, I involved myself of my own. Well, I had no reason to try to get back out. In fact, being put in charge of one of the 3 keys gave me an excuse to meet up with her more often. The arrangement was quite beneficial for me.
Hey, I heard the news. You were selected to be part of the Lord's personal guard. Now you got it made. Congratulations.
Congratulate. It is nothing.
Oh, now, no need to be so humble. He wouldn't have picked you if he didn't really trust you. Everyone around here knows just how hard it is to earn the Lord's trust.
Say so.
It hasn't been easy for him, I hear. He only assigns those he really trusts to work so close to him.
I hope you're right.
He trusts you, I'm sure of it.
Then I cannot tell you the real reason
And I've got some more exciting news too. The Lord sent a messenger for me earlier. Apparently he's building a new church, and he wants me to serve as a nun there. Can you believe it?
Shouldn't be surprised. You are the city's saintess, after all. Little wonder you would be his first choice.
I really don't think I'm that important.
Do you not want the position?
No, I'm delighted to have such an incredible opportunity. This will allow me to help so many more people than before. It's wonderful news.
That is good to hear. Tell me, I am not wrong in thinking helping people is the one thing you want more than anything else, am I?
Right, that's what I want more than anything in the world.
I see. Hey, smile for me, would you?
Huh? I've been smiling this whole time, haven't I?
Not just now. Forever.
Of course. When I'm with you, nothing could possibly take the smile off my face.
I am glad to hear it. You want to call it here?
Yeah. I figure we still got Jacobo's tale anyway, whether or not this is over.
Yeah, we definitely do. I figured I'd go into the end of the Swordsman tale, so I figured we were close to the end, but I didn't realize we're gonna have a scene with Morgana.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All right, well, we're gonna call it here then. Since late, we've got things to do in the morning.
That time.
It is that time. All right. Well, I was off again. I know we are.
Such is the nature of things.
We are close to the end. I want to say we'll finish it on Thursday. I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we
'cause-
could just say that and then commit to it being true. But
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, because all the stuff is Jacopo's, or the Lord,
Yeah.
whoever his name is, Barnier.
It should be, that should be it. That should be the last
Should
of
be
it.
it.
That and then whatever conclusion stuff following
Yeah.
it. So, I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll see you
Maybe.
back here on Thursday night for some more of the House and Fata Morgana, which I will confidently say, with no hesitation, that it will be the final stream of it.
Oh,
But
God.
who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I guess before we go, I do want to
Mhm.
ask you now, because we did see the Mel's perspective of what happened, and now we have seen the Swordsman's perspective. And I still stand that out of everybody so far, I know we haven't seen the Lords yet, and again, not
Yeah.
absolving anybody of what they've done, but the Swordsman clearly an evil person. Like, there's no absolute.
Yeah, no, like he's not an okay guy. I don't know if he's like who's worse if we're trying to compare him or the Lord. There's like some argument that maybe he isn't quite as culpable for all of the immoral actions as the Lord is potentially. I mean, he seems to be able to grasp that what he's doing is wrong.
That's what it is. Like
So-
he knows what he's doing
the
is
most
wrong. He
part-
just doesn't care.
Well, yeah, so does the Lord, though.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
he's actually like, I mean, yeah, he's running around chopping up a crowd of people with a sword, but like the Lord's, if he's doing this thing with the blood, he's probably engaged in a whole bunch of other really sketchy scams that are killing a lot of people too. Like if they're spending money on blood, they're not spending money on a real doctor.
That's true.
And like all of this stuff. So like, yeah, I mean, he is, when Swordsman's like, you're just as much a murderer as me. He didn't like hearing that because it's probably true. It seems like.
Could be true. And we will be hearing the Lord's story here soon.
Right.
Do you think there's more to the Lord than meets the eye? Is it really just that?
That's what they've been doing the whole time. So I would be shocked if they didn't at least make him make an argument that it's, not his fault. They're going to talk about, oh, he's got to do it to save the city, or like the bigger, badder Lord is going to come through and kill everyone or something. I don't know. But like, that's dumb. And
That is
like,
dumb.
okay, fine.
I hope that's not
but
the case.
like, yeah, it's gonna, but I feel like that's the argument. Like, they're talking about how he's actually, well, he was really good for the economy, and like the trains run on time.
Well, we've also
I don't
seen,
I don't know where that heads.
There have been parallels in the stories in the future, like how they were and the issues they were dealing with. And with him and Jacopo in the future, it was the stress of him. He was from a foreign land. He was like in a position he really shouldn't have been in. Really supposed to give him the
Inherited
murder.
his dad's
Yeah.
position sooner than he would have otherwise, or
Yeah.
something. And yeah, and like his dad might have been worse. It sounded like potentially, or at least more of a hard line.
We
Yeah.
shall see if that parallel holds up.
But yeah,
when we get back to his.
yeah, less bad is not good.
Oh yeah, not saying that
Like,
at all.
Yeah. No, I know. It's like, there's a lot of that's done. It feels like it comes up at this. It's like, oh, well, it's not quite as terrible as you thought. It's like, okay, they suck a little less. They don't not suck. Like, generally speaking, Maria, I don't know how she got dragged into this.
Oh,
Pauline is like arguably duped.
yeah.
And maybe should have known something more than she did. And yeah, you can talk about how she's trading kind of, dishonestly on that image of Saintess or whatever. But like,
Nelly completely
lumping
innocent in
her-
this whole thing.
yeah, and like lumping her in the same category as like, the Swordsman or Jacopo or even Mel, honestly, doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, and
And like,
when you mentioned,
I don't know what the hell she did to get stuck into this. I don't know what
Yeah.
the hell, like, I don't know. Yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of people who got dragged into this who
didn't
didn't
deserve
actually do anything.
it. Right.
And then the people, and they're dealing with the exact same thing as the people who are way worse. Like, and that's, do better with your curses, Morgana.
Yeah. Well, we shall see how that
Yeah.
plays out because
Right.
all Morgana's got to do is forgive him, or at least maybe not forgive him, just not hate them enough to curse
She
them
can't,
for all
yeah,
eternity.
Release herself from
Release
this
herself,
eternal
yeah.
prison, Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see on Thursday what transpires. But we got to go. We got to get at it. So if you want to get notified when we go live, subscribe to the channel or join the Discord. Link for that down below. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Hang out in the Discord. Come have fun with us. About games and stuff like to do. Socialize. We also have a Patreon. If you fucking to, don't have to. Just hanging out is more than enough. Chilling with us while we go through these games. By us. But I'm running out of gas. I know Eric's running out of gas. We got to go. We will see you back here.